This how Michael Jackson got his songs? It was 3 ways that Michael Jackson got his songs. He climbed a tree called the tree of knowledge, the giving tree, where he'll sit there until songs come to him. The second...
Yes, Michael Jackson had trees on his property. He had thousands of trees on his property. But this particular tree, he named the giving tree because that is where he was able to sit on the tree, and that's where he wrote most of his songs. Not because he conjured up any spirits to do so. If you're a songwriter, and I write songs too, so I know this, you can get songs pretty much anywhere. You can be doing the dishes and a song could pop into your head. And for some people, they have places where they can go in their house or anywhere where they can go and songs will be able to come to them and they'll be able to think clearly where it's quiet. I know for me, I write songs best if I'm in the car on a long car ride. It happens. It's not demonic. But anyway, this is what Mike had to say about his giving tree.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my life.
Oh baby, yeah. Oh baby, yeah. We got soul ties. Oh, we got soul ties. And baby, we got soul ties. We got soul ties. That's why I gotta keep you around me. Cause gotta keep you around. Cause you're mine now. Ooh, baby, and I'm yours now. Ooh, baby, don't wait on me. But don't tear us apart, girl. Cause we are soul ties. That's why I gotta keep you around. Yeah, keep you around.
Family, we are back. We are back. We are back. What it do? Thanks for being here. I appreciate your time and attention, your retention. Hey, keep hyping up the videos. Keep meeting me in the comments section. I appreciate interacting with you guys. I've been thinking about going live and taking it back to the basics, y'all. If you want me to go live again, say go live. If you were here for the lives when I did go live, it was totally epic. I just followed my gut for real. I didn't know what I was doing when I first started this channel, and it just went crazy, like real crazy. So I stopped doing a lot of stuff when people would recognize me in public, like, oh, I watch you, hey, you the one dude, or you King Von's blogger, blah, blah, blah. I got totally paranoid and I stopped. But I understand now, and I think I'm ready for it. Just to go live, I ain't talking about no clout. I can care less about clout. I needed my privacy more than anything because I would be with my son a lot, and it was really uncomfortable. But anyways, y'all seen a clip. We're about to tap into a few clips we're going to react to from Nino Brown and this other content creator. She's debunking whatever Nino says about Michael. Yeah. Now, look up the man in the mirror. And then just after this video, look up the man in the mirror. And I wonder if she's going to talk about that in this video. The man in the mirror is a ritual. I'm going to shut up though. Let's get to the content.
Seems kind of normal to me. Definitely not demonic. People climb trees all the time. I didn't know climbing trees was demonic. But let's move on.
The second way Michael Jackson got his songs is he went to a room in his house full of mirrors where he channeled spirits.
All right, shout out to Nino Brown. He got to the point, y'all. I cannot wait to hear what this young lady says about this part. I want to put some clips in here about that man in the mirror ritual type thing, or allegedly what they say about it. I'm just kind of nervous because I had just went through something with the tube and they got me feeling funny about how I moving forward. But yeah, let me just shut up. Let's get to the content.
And when Liberace died, he channeled Liberace's spirits and got permission for Liberace to take certain content and use it in his song.
Here's how Mike said how he actually writes his songs. Y'all remember I mentioned the car rides? Songs, literally, when you are a songwriter, songs will come to you whenever, wherever, however. It's not demonic. How do you think people come up with songs?
All right, so real quick, she stated that she writes music too. So I'm gonna take it as if she's an artist. And with that being said, I don't expect her to understand what goes on allegedly until she goes through it. And that's the story of how we get a lot of these people that speak out, myself included, but that's how you get a lot of people like me. I don't know if they'll start YouTubes and stuff, and this ain't even the reason why I started YouTube. Yeah, that's a whole different story. But this is the type of person that might get her songs heard, get recognized, get invited into the field of work that she wants to be in, and get let down. She'll see that the people are more than likely less than genuine. She'll see that she does allegedly have to do certain things to move forward and acquire stability, a foundation within that line of work. I'm gonna shut up. Let's just listen to her say what she gonna say. And I gotta, I'm gonna be respectful because let me shut up. Let's go.
Come on now.
The third way that Michael Jackson got his songs is he would intentionally sleep for days just to dream so he could channel different gods and talk to Satan. That's what caused his death, oversleeping. Because naturally, a human being can only sleep from 6 to 8 hours. I might give you 9 if you work real hard. But on sleeping medications, or if they sedate your ass, they can extend that period of time of sleep to a half a day. But Michael Jackson was sleeping for 2 to 3 days straight.
This is what Michael Jackson said about the sleeping chamber.
Looking for that oxygen chamber. I cannot find the oxygen chamber anywhere in the house. That story is so crazy. I mean, it's one of those tabloid things. It's completely made up. Okay, but there you are in something there. There's a picture of you. Where did that come from? How did it get started? I did a commercial for Pepsi, and I was burned very badly. And we settled for like $1 million. And I gave all the money. We built this place called the Michael Jackson Burn Center. And that's a piece of technology that's used for burn victims, right? So I'm looking at the piece of technology, I'm touching it, feeling it, and decide to just go inside of it just to hammer around. Somebody takes a picture. When they process the picture, the person who processes the picture say, oh, Michael Jackson. He made a copy. These pictures went all over the world with this lie attached to it. It's a complete lie. People buy these papers, and it's not the truth.
There you go. And then on top of that, Michael Jackson didn't die from too much sleep. He actually died from lack of sleep, and I'll explain. So basically, Mike was super stressed out from everything that was going on in his life, and he could not go to sleep. That's why he called in Dr. Conrad Murray to help him, give him medication so that it could help him go to sleep. The problem is, the kind of medication that they gave him gave Michael Jackson dry sleep. And if you know anything about dry sleep is not real sleep. It's the sleep that you get when you go to get surgery, so anesthesia basically. And yes, anesthesia puts you to sleep, but it's not a natural sleep. It's not like melatonin making you sleepy and you're actually going to sleep. That's why they call it dry sleep, because the medication is putting you to sleep. So if a human goes 60 hours without natural sleep, it can harm them. And Mike was going, I think he said 60 to 65 hours on the anesthesia type medication to help him go to sleep. He didn't have natural sleep. So that's what harmed him. So please, let's not be loud and wrong.
While this video is big on the alleged side, I feel like Shorty's totally oblivious to things that take place. And it's funny because he's spoken about certain things later in life. What they're showing interview-wise, that was like almost at his zenith. But how do you get paid almost $1 billion and allegedly die broke? Make that make sense, y'all. Real talk, I never knew that. But I do remember being little when there was a rumor that Michael slept in a hyperbolic chamber. There was a rumor like that when I was little, like back in the day. But I guess that's what it was. And I'm not sure if that's for like people that have received skin grafts or what, but he did say it was for burn victims for sure. Let's continue. Pray for this girl.
Let's look at the dangerous album cover. He got Aleister Crowley on the cover, the most wickedest man that ever walked the face of this earth. Aleister Crowley is who the satanic people pray to. Then he
Loud or wrong again? Let's dissect, shall we?
Also included is the image of P.T. Barnum, creator of the world's most famous circuses, as an explicit homage to this cover's circus scene. An American politician, showman, and businessman in the 19th century, Barnum is remembered for promoting celebrated hoaxes and for founding the Barnum and Bailey Circus. The circus business was the source of much of his enduring fame. His showmanship and entertainment savvy was a huge inspiration for Michael Jackson when crafting his public persona. It was said that he religiously read Barnum's autobiography to better understand the tactics that made his showmanship so spectacular. Jackson aspired to have his life and career be the greatest show on earth.
Aleister Crowley is where?
Then he got a naked kid holding up a skeleton head. Then he got a dog sitting on the throne. Just like them satanic people got goddamn Baphomet sitting on the goddamn throne. Look like a Doberman Pinscherman with horns on it. Pure demonic.
The half-opened hand of Michael Jackson, identified by the band-aids on the fingertips. Standing on his palm is a black child holding the skull of an unknown creature. There is an interesting dichotomy here between the past, prehistoric creature, and the future, the young child. Perhaps this image highlights the plight of poor and starving children in Africa and around the world. On its palm also appears a world map depicting the presence of Michael Jackson as a worldwide star, as well as his desire to heal the world's plights with those very hands. On the wrist is the number 7, as previously said, next to 9 are special numbers in numerology.
Let's look at what else he said.
And the other, on one of the pillars, is the Dog King. The image is inspired by the painting Napoleon on his throne by artist Jean-Auguste Ingres in 1806. The figure recreated by Ryden has the head of an Afghan dog, a common motif among noble families. His right hand sports a glittering sequined glove, and atop his head is a shimmering crown with MJ embroidered into the design. Also of note, the king's scepter is adorned with a bird head, a subtle reference to his queen on the other side.
Now, as Michael Jackson is very into art, he actually draws. He's a really good artist. He did not draw or make this whole collage on the Dangerous album. Somebody else did, and they brought it to him, and he looked it over and said, "Oh, I like it," and they put it on the album. But make no mistake about it, Michael Jackson believed in God, and he said what God he believed in, and I put that in here.
I believe in God, you know?
Does that faith sustain you?
Of course it does. Caring and reading the Bible, learning about God, Jesus, love. Jesus said, bring on the children and the...
Hey, if you're a real trapper, you know what's going on in these art pieces. That dog is throwing up that same thing that Alicia Keys is throwing up in my last video. But there's a goat man that they call Baphomet, and he throws up the same thing too. Oh, and he has kids around him also. Man, that just me off. All the way off. I want to cuss so bad. Oh my goodness. This dude really took that whole thing and made his own rendition of it. And then they talked about the numbers on the wrist that were symbolic in numerology. And this girl is totally oblivious. Come on, man. What else? When he broke away from the group, there was a cover where he's laying with one leg straight. One leg is bent. He has a tiger on him, but he's in a white suit like an offering with a black top, if I'm not mistaken. Just that alone says so much. The pyramid that he makes with his knee being bent over that straight leg. The whole MK Ultra programming with the if you made it to this point, say I made it. If you want me to go live, say go live. I'm out. Peace.